All right. Hello, today we are going to be discussing 5 ways to purchase property with under 15K in the bank, excuse me. In this fluctuating economy, thrifting while house shopping for sure is a safe way to go. And this ebook is going to share with you 5 of the property purchasing hacks that I have come across as a professional and licensed real estate agent in the field. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give up all my secrets and give you guys some of the hacks. Here's just a brief description of the things that you will find within this ebook. I'll also leave a link to where you can download the ebook so that you can have it for yourself. First things first, I would consider going the seller finance route. If I was on the market looking for property, trying to figure out how to house hack, one of the secret gems that people really don't talk about is FSBOs. FSBOs are for sale by owners. FSBO is owner financing that could include the owner giving you the money, giving a buyer the money. They can be the borrower of the money from the seller so that they can purchase the property. Owners' financing terms are negotiated promissory notes that are signed, and then boom, you are on your way to home ownership. With a FSBO, a promissory note is pretty much the gluing factor in the situation. Instead of having a mortgage agreement, you would sign a promissory note between you and the owner of the property. The owner would then become the financer of the property, the mortgager, and you the mortgagee in a sense, but not necessarily, but like the financee who is going to go ahead and get financing from the owner of the property. The agreement can go on for however many years the owner of the property sees fit, whatever fits within the budget and the time frame what you and the owner could agree upon. This is going to be an understanding strictly between you and the owner of the property. You don't necessarily need a real estate agent for this particular situation, but I strongly recommend that you do consult with one and a lawyer just so you can make sure that you are covering everything and not getting a piece of property that you are not going to want in the future. Another really great thing about purchasing a property from the owner directly, you're not going to have to be stipulated with all of these strict rules and guidelines that you got to stick within because you're trying to purchase a property through a financial institution. So it's a really great opportunity to probably find a great deal, probably find someone who's in a jam who you can help, and it could be it's a situation where you guys can help each other. So it's a really great option for people who don't have a lot of money up front. If you have a nice payment, like say 15,000 or 10,000 or something that you can put down, you never know, probably find an owner who's willing to negotiate on those terms and get you the property that you are looking to purchase or get you on your way to property investment, whichever is your thing. Another one is USDA guaranteed loan program. The Section 502 loan program, aka the USDA loan assistant, approves lenders and providing low and moderate income for households the opportunity to own adequate, modest, and decent, safe, and sanitary dwellings as a primary residence in an eligible rural area. The key word here that you need to pay attention to and know is rural area. As long as the property is located in an area where there is not like a busy town, big city, and things of that nature, and it's probably like an up and coming development or maybe some farm area, things of that nature, the government has a program that will provide you up to 90% of the purchase price of that property. Okay. That means, yeah, that you will only be responsible for paying for maybe 10%. And that's not saying that you got to put 10% down because this program in particular is a no money down program. So not that you have to that you have to qualify for a certain program that's going to allow you to put no money down, like a lot of mortgage programs, which you're going to get to. But this particular program in itself inhibits its own ability to offer eligible people the opportunity to purchase property with no money down. There's no credit check for this program. There's no real stimulus 1099 or I'm sorry, tax return check on this. You do, however, have to prove that you are able to maintain the property and able to maintain the mortgage and the loan note that you're going to have on the property once you get it. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a consecutive proof of income, but you need to be able to prove that you have been working and that you do make money and that you are able to maintain a household. That could easily be proven. Speak with your real estate agent for more information on that. I'm sure that they'll be able to help you and walk you through that. If not, you can contact me. I'd be happy to help you with this situation and walk you through it as well. Some of the things that you can do with the USDA loan is put a manufactured home or a mobile home on the property. This particular program specializes in those types of things. So this is another opportunity for you to get creative. These homes right here are indeed manufactured homes that qualify for a 502 guaranteed loan program. So yes, you can get you a home such as these built on a piece of land that you purchased through the government for no money down. And I'm talking about this program. It was really driven and created for very, very low and moderate income households that are okay with living in a rural area. Rural area could be anywhere, such as Montino out there, probably like the far south, about a far south way, outside of Chicago, about 45 minutes, or maybe like Danville or somewhere in that area. Maybe some parts of Peoria, some parts of Kankakee, lots of parts of Kankakee. You can find rural area anyway. And you don't just have to stay within the state that you live in. You can go to other states. So if you know a state that has lots of rural area that's probably closer to the types of towns that you want to be closer to, I will look into those states as well because USDA is for all 56 states. So you can go there as long as they have rural area, build you a home for the low, for the cheap. Another creative way to get property or get into property investment, but I wouldn't say property investment through this way, but necessarily property in general. Just if you need a home and you're looking to purchase and not rent, would be to consider a government and bank loans. Right now, interest rates are extremely low, record low. Not to say that they're going to go skyrocketing up and then eventually not going to be able to afford the property. That's why you're going to get with you a really good real estate agent who's educated and experienced enough in this situation to be able to get you a loan or get you in contact with the correct people who can get you a loan, a good mortgage broker, because your real estate agent is going to have contact. I have contacts. I have personal mortgage brokers that I refer people to because I know they're going to get them a deal. And I know that they're not just going to get them any deal. They're going to get them the deal, the one that they need that's not going to come bite them in the butt 5, 10 years from now. So considering a government or a bank loan is not a bad idea. A USDA loan is considered a government loan because it is government backed. FHA, first time homeowners loans, a VA loan, veterans loan, Freddie Mac. You even got conventional loans, which gives you a little bit more wiggle room as far as freedom to do whatever you want to do with the property in case you wanted to Airbnb it out and make it an income property. There are lots and lots and lots of possibilities when it comes to bank loans, and the requirements are not as steep as they used to be. You don't necessarily have to put 20 to 10% down to get a conventional loan. You can go ahead and put 3 to 3.5% down these days. Your credit score still needs to be at least about a 620, but that doesn't need to say that you can't get a FHA loan that only requires a 580 credit score. So, like I said, as long as you have your experienced real estate agent on your team and they have an experienced mortgage broker on their team, there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to get you a nice piece of real estate for under 15K in the bank. And that's including closing costs. Mortgage loans these days have extremely low interest rates. Down payments are very flexible. Credit limits are very flexible, and closing costs are extremely flexible. It's something that you don't want to forget about, the closing costs, because this is what throws a lot of people off when they go to get a home. They always think, hey, I'm okay. I got 15,000, I got 10,000 in the bank. I'm straight. I can go ahead and get this house. Do not forget about your closing costs. Okay. The above table will list some of the loans that are available to you and the closing costs and the down payments that you can expect to have to pay with that particular program. For example, if you find your home for $150,000 and you get your FHA pre-approval, your loan amount would be $144,750, right? That's 96% of the loan purchase price. Your down payment with that point would be 3.5%, which would equal about 5,250. Your closing costs might look something like 2%, put you at about 2,895, put you all together at a down payment of $8,145. Okay. There are also lots of opportunities to help you with this down payment. There are assistance. There are lots of programs that can reduce your closing price significantly. Talk with your broker or your real estate agent about these things. They can tell you what parameters you need to get within so that you can qualify for those things. It's not so hard to qualify. One of the main key factors that you're going to need to qualify for down payment assistance is you're going to need to make sure that you have a decent credit score, preferably a 620 or higher. If you need help with getting your credit score boosted up, or you need tips on how to fix your credit score, get your credit score up to the right place, talk with your realtor about that or your mortgage broker. They should be able to help you with those things. If they're not, contact me. I would love to help you with those things. Another great creative way to hop into real estate is to invest in tax liens and tax deeds. Tax deed investing. What is tax lien investing? First of all, there is a difference, not to be confused with tax deed investing, which are two of the same things, just not really the same. Both of them can end differently. Your opportunity, your cost opportunity with the two could vary. For instance, tax lien investing pros, they can have a low capital requirement. They can make it possible for you to jump into this asset class for as little as a couple $100. Like I said, tax lien investing is not to be confused with tax deed investing. It is the act of buying delinquent property taxes and earning profit off of the property owner, paying you that back plus interest. So you don't necessarily get the property right then and there once you purchase the tax lien. I get that question all the time. What's going to happen is they're going to go into a redemption. Okay. Depending on what state you live in, depends on how long that redemption period is going to last. It could last anywhere from a couple of months to 2 years. Here in Illinois, where I live, it is 2.5 years. That property owner will have 2.5 years to pay you back that property tax plus 18%, and in 6 months, another 18%, which equates to about 36% in interest. Now, for some, they're probably like, what? That's nothing. Well, it's nothing. It just depends on how much you're interested in investing. If you invest in a tax deed that is, let me pull up my calculator right here. Let's say, for instance, let's clear this out. No, that's out. Let's say, for instance, you invest in a tax deed that is about $5,000. 5,000, right? Well, 5,000 times 36% is 1,800. So go ahead, add that up. You just make 6,800, right? So that's 6,800 that you did not have before. So with that being said, if you are a smart investor, you would start off with real estate investing in tax liens. You would start by investing in different tax liens, let your money grow, double, 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 double over time. Soon as you get you a nice amount, take that out, invest it in a piece of property. Simple, right? You could easily accumulate 10,000, 20,000 in no time investing in tax deeds, as you can see. By about 3 to 4 tax deeds, 5,000 a piece, 5, 10, 15, 20,000 right there. Get your return on all of them. Oh, okay. Or you could probably even buy 10,000. Get your return. Still, investing is a numbers game. You want to make sure that whatever your investment is, your return on that investment is just above what the initial investment was. So as long as you're investing properly and you have a strategy, there's no reason why you shouldn't be investing in real estate in no time. Let's look at this map right here. This really cool map. This map right here is going to tell you the states that are tax lien states. So these are all the states where you have opportunity to start investing in real estate. These are all the states that are going to give you a redemption period. These are all the states going to allow you to start investing for a very small capital. These are all the states that are going to allow you to inquire an interest off of your investment. So think about it. The red states are the states that are tax deed states. What is a tax deed? A tax deed is another system for the states that they use to enforce the collection of property taxes. So when you buy a tax lien, you are investing in the purchase of someone's property tax. Tax deed states pretty much will allow you to purchase property off of the taxes. So for those of you who are looking to purchase property flat out, you don't want a redemption, you time frame, you were ready to hop right on into real estate investing, and you're going to be willing to take on whatever encumbrances come with this property. Do your research, do your research, do your research. Tax deed is where you want to go. You want to go to these states right here. I have them listed. And these are the states that you want to research. You want to see when exactly their tax deed sales are. You want to go research those properties and you want to purchase one. Bada boom, bada bing. Boom, you're in real estate. You don't even have to stay within your state. You can go to any state. Just make sure that you do your research and you register for these auctions and for these sales so that you are able to attend them and able to bid on the property properly. Like I said, you want to make sure that you go ahead and do your research, get that list as soon as you can. Illinois has already, well, Cook County has already released its list. That has been the talk of the town, but Cook County is a tax lien state. So on these liens, you are investing and you are investing in the property taxes of someone here in Illinois, and you're just investing in the well-being of the county because property taxes help the world go round. They're how we pay for state things such as like improvements, state officials, state employees, and all of that, things of that nature. So it's not really a bad thing if you are investing in tax liens. It's really a good thing if you're investing in tax liens or tax states. You're actually, um, you know, like I say, you're just what is the word I'm looking for? Investing in a community that you live in or a community outside of your community, just investing in your well-being of the world in general. So that's a good look and a good way to get into real estate very cheaply, very easily, very quickly. Another creative way, and one of my favorite ways, would be the county the county land banks. County land banks are available at about 170 areas of the United States. So there are approximately 170 land banks around this country. That means that there are 170 opportunities for you to hop into real estate for the low. Land banks acquire and hold and manage developed properties such as vacant lots, abandoned buildings, or foreclosures and transition them into productive uses such as affordable housing developments, community-focused commercial buildings, or community gardens or green spaces. So when you're driving within these, a lot of these underdeveloped communities and you see these little community gardens or these little greenhouses or these little vacant lots that they've changed into little farms, that is where the Cook County Land Bank or land banks come into play. A lot of people go through a lot of organizations, not-for-profit organizations, businesses, developers go through the land banks to purchase land for cheap and develop it and bring value to areas that they are probably investing in. So this is also a trick for already embedded investors in the game. If you are, let's say, purchasing up a block, right, and you're trying to invest in this block and you're trying to develop as many properties on a block as possible, or maybe not, maybe you're just purchasing a lot of particular properties in an area, but you notice that your property value is low. One of the reasons why property value is low is because the other properties in that area don't have value. So when you add value to a community, you also add value to your investments within that community. So it is very lucrative on both ends. For example, the CCLBA, Cook County Land Bank Association, which is one of the land banks that orchestrate within Illinois. They allow for property to be purchased by non-for-profit or for-profit entities that are seeking to obtain land for neighborhood revitalization and affordable housing, economic development, or conservative purposes. You don't have to be a investor or a non-for-profit organization to purchase this property. You could be a regular person who lives in a community who wants to add value to their property. Or you can be a person who lives next door to a property that is landlocked to your property and you can want to purchase it. You can they even have programs where you can get it for $1 type thing, you know, or you could just be a person within the neighborhood who want to give back. You don't have to own property in the neighborhood. You could just live in an area or not live in an area or just be familiar with the area. Whatever your case scenario is, if you are looking to purchase property for cheap, I would definitely look into land banks. You can find land banks all over. Like I said, there's 170 of them in this country. The one that I'm way familiar with is the Cook County Land Bank in particular. I know that they are updating the listing right now because they just had the annual tax sale, and a lot of the properties that they get for their inventory are from the county land sale, the county land tax sales and foreclosures and things of that nature. So this is a really good time to go ahead and keep up with that and check in with them and get acquainted with their inventory if you are trying to purchase property for under $15,000. They also have a holiday sale every year around Christmas time where they mark down property for even cheaper. So if you are a member within the community of land banking and you sign up on their website, you are going to get an email about these things. So one of the things that you need to remember when it comes to real estate is you have to continue to research. And if you're not going to research, hire somebody who knows what they're talking about. Hire somebody who knows what they're doing, such as a professional in the game, such as a real estate agent, right? Or a realtor, or whoever you think that might be best, realtor, real estate agent, however you want to go about it. But just hire somebody who's educated within the field, who knows about these things, because they're going to be the ones that can educate you more in depth on little things that you probably didn't know. A lot of the times real estate agents aren't going to tell you these things because they don't make a profit off of telling you about wholesaling. You know, they don't make a profit off telling you about where you can go get property for wholesale prices. So they don't want to tell you these things. But I don't mind because I know that by providing this information to others, I am just building the real estate community up in general. I can't single handedly build equity within a certain community, and I can't single handedly sell all the properties everywhere. So I'm not going to attend to, but I am going to attend to educate those who I can so that we can make this particular industry easier on all of us. Um, Something to remember that in closing, the main point that I hope that you guys take away from this ebook and this particular video is that there is never a wrong time to invest to purchase property or anything of that nature. There's never a wrong time to invest in property. There's never a wrong time to invest in real estate. Don't let no one fool you. 90% of the world's wealthiest invest in real estate. You can always find cheap property, unwanted property, abandoned property for very, very, very cheap. I'll tell you a gem. This is a secret, right? This is a free one. Wherever you ride past a property that has been in a fire recently or recently have been condemned, something of that nature, just looks like it's just had its day, right? Particularly fire properties. You want to get in contact with that owner because that owner more than likely is going to probably be going through insurance issues or more than likely probably can't afford to get the property fixed or they're just willing looking to sell and get on with their life as smoothly and easily as possible. That is the way that you can get property for cheap. Probably could offer them something along the lines of 20,000, 30,000 for the property. Get the property, flip it, rehab it, do whatever you got to do to it. But it's property that's in your hands that you weren't solely invested in, that you can do whatever you want with. So that was the free gem of the day. Make sure that you continue to research and continue to educate yourself on all things real estate. And my name is Epiphany, licensed real estate agent here in Chicago, Illinois, licensed to sell property all throughout Illinois. If you have any questions, give me a call. As you can see, I am pretty fluent in a lot of areas and most areas and aspects of real estate. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, I'm pretty sure that I can help you do it. Thank you and see you at the top. Have a great one.